Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome aboard to the Thursday podcast. It's a very hello to Lucy.
Hi.
And a very hello to Casey.
Hey.
And I'm also saying hello as we move forward into what is going to fast become what we do on a Thursday, which is Lucy's Ridiculous Footy Tips. Before we get to Lucy's Ridiculous Footy Tips and the rest of the show, all the great conversations that we've had on the show earlier this morning, if you missed them, there is one thing that I have noticed. Something that Lucy said on the show today, and I thought, have I been saying this wrong my whole life, or is Lucy saying this wrong her whole life? I'm going to need you to Google it when you've got some headspace, Luce.
Yes.
So on the show today, and I stand by the fact that I make up words, I say a phrase firstly and foremostly, and people rage at my use of foremostly because it's firstly and foremost. Oh, see, Casey didn't even know.
First and foremost.
Yeah. So when I
first
say
and foremostly.
when I say first and
It's not a
foremostly,
thing, Case.
yeah, it's not a thing, and
not a thing.
that is just a small portion of the anger that is delivered to me via the text messaging service. Stop saying firstly and foremostly.
Yeah.
The other word I've made up is autumnary, which I stand by.
Yeah.
If you can be wintry and summery, you can absolutely be autumnary.
What about springery?
Springery
Nah.
doesn't work with me,
But
and
you
I
can
know
say
it's
springy. You can go springy.
I know it's hypocritical to say that it doesn't work with spring,
Yep.
but it just doesn't work, and I'm sorry. Moving forward, today on the show, Lucy said, if things go from worse to worse, I say if things go from worse to worst. So it's the ultimate worse. And again, so I can sleep at night tonight, is the phrase from worse to worse or from worse to worst? Lucy's Googling now.
So fascinating.
So fascinating. Hang on, let's take a quick poll. So Lucy goes worse to worse. I say worse to worst. The deciding vote from our producer, Casey.
I agree with Lucy's, but I would have said worse to worser, which I know is not right.
Oh my gosh.
Worse to worser.
Oh my
I love it.
gosh.
When you think she's going to respond a normal way, Casey just takes it to 11.
Yep.
Just drives it off a cliff.
Yeah.
Worse to worser.
Yeah. So I say worst comes to worst, and you say worst comes to worst.
Well, today you said worse comes
worse.
to worse. And I say worse comes to worst.
Okay.
Or maybe it is worst to worst.
It is worst to worst.
Oh, it's
to
worst
start
to
with.
worst.
But let me start off with this. It originated in Britain. So the English version, which is probably the one I've been raised with, is the same word twice. Worst to worst. So it doesn't change.
Which neither of us were doing.
No, but I was saying worst to worst, which is still a variation of the original British.
Okay.
The American English version, which came around a lot later, based on this, they changed it from if worse comes to worst.
Oh, worse comes to worst is what Americans say.
Yes, but it originated from the mother country with if worst comes to worst.
So I've been influenced by American television growing up. That's
yes,
what's happened to me.
That's what's happened here. Isn't that amazing?
Chalk another win up to American television.
The one that is in the dictionary, like the Oxford Advanced Phrase Dictionary, is worst to worst. So I think what I'm saying,
You're half right.
I'm correct.
You are half
Golly.
right.
No.
you weren't even a little bit right.
What do you mean I said worst to worst is the same as worst to worst?
I'm getting confused now.
I was right. You were wrong. That's all you need to know.
I think we should just move forward with worse to worser.
No,
Yes.
worsera, as Casey says.
Lucy's Ridiculous Footy Tips.
For those just catching up, right throughout the year, Lucy and Casey have instigated footy tipping. Lucy has no interest in sport or footy tipping at all. But because Casey's like, we should do this, Lucy's like, fine. And we're doing footy tipping between you and myself and Casey. Currently, I'm leading. Casey's behind on 1
Yeah,
point behind, so
Yeah.
very close. Lucy then
miles away.
fair way away.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
However,
matter.
Lucy says it's all part of the plan.
Part of my plan to lull you into a false sense of security.
Because Lucy's doing ridiculous footy tipping. I'll give you the example. Earlier on the show this morning, she's done the first tip. We did it on the show. It was Geelong versus Adelaide.
Yep.
And Lucy said Geelong will win because of this very ridiculous reason. Geelong, winner, Lucy. They're all 2 syllables.
Same 2 syllables.
So
That was crazy.
This is how-
Syllables.
This is how we're working. So first tip is for Geelong to beat Adelaide tonight for the Thursday night game. Tomorrow's game, Friday night at Marvel, Collingwood versus the GWS Giants, Luce.
Collingwood.
We're all
Because-
very excited
Yeah,
to
I
hear
know.
why.
And I got a new thing called It's a Sign. So this falls under the category of It's a Sign.
Right.
They're playing
We'll
at
need a
the-
jingle for that
Yeah,
as well.
it's so the Geelong thing, that's It's a Sign because it was Syllable. So Collingwood, let's say it with me.
It's a sign.
Because they're playing at Marvel, and what is Marvel well known for? Great meat pies. And so magpies, meat pies, it's a sign. So the pies are going to win.
They sell meat pies at Marvel Stadium, Magpies to win.
Yep.
Great. Game number 3 on Saturday, St Kilda
Yep.
versus Brisbane Lions.
Yep.
Be nice.
Kel is a saint to me.
Oh, right.
He's Saint Kelda,
Yeah.
so I'm going for Saint Kilda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I love
normally,
that.
Yeah.
normally it's just default Kel goes for the Saints, so I'm going for the Lions.
And you won last week. Okay.
Game number 4 on Saturday.
Yep.
I don't know if you know much about this team, but Fremantle, the Dockers versus the Mighty Tigers.
I know nothing about Freo, so why would you even say that? But Freo, do I like free stuff? Free, yes I do. So free stuff, Freo.
This is Lucy's Ridiculous Footy tipping. Casey, I'm just clarifying. She's tipping Fremantle because she likes free stuff.
It's so ridiculous.
Okay.
But that's the point. It's
That's the
just
point.
Ridiculous.
That's the point.
I love
Right.
it.
Okay.
You haven't questioned why you're losing the footy tips yet?
Shh.
All right.
I'll win at the end of the year and you'll all laugh.
All right.
hope so.
This will bring Casey into the fold.
Yes.
Essendon versus a team that Lucy only realised was a team 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
the North Melbourne Football Club, the Kangaroos.
Yes, well, I just want to be versus Casey this weekend.
So the Kangaroos.
Yes.
Because you're just going head
Just so
to
I can
head.
trash talk. Simply, that's all I want to do is trash talk her on the
Wow.
text.
Right.
as it's
1v1.
playing.
Great.
All right.
So-
Had no
Yep.
idea about Fremantle
Yep.
as a football team. I'm not sure if you know where the Port Adelaide football team are at the moment and what
They're
they're
in a
doing.
port, obviously.
They are in Port.
Well, I do know something about them.
Okay, so
And-
Port Adelaide versus the West Coast Eagles, who had their first win in about a century last
Yeah.
weekend.
Well, Port Adelaide, this is one thing I know about it. It's the gateway to the Barossa Valley. I do like me a Barossa red wine. And so to celebrate that, I'm going for Port because
Loves-
of wine.
Loves the red, so going for Port, lock that one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also don't mind drinking a bit of port. So it's a
It's a
sign.
sign.
Say it with me. It's a sign.
And
Okay.
finally, to wrap up these very important footy tips, final game is Carlton,
Yes.
the Blue Baggers
Yeah.
versus the mighty Melbourne Demons.
This is another one that it's a sign.
Oh, all together.
Say it with me.
It's
It's
a
a sign. Because this week on Lucy and Kel, we spoke about when people hear your name wrong, what do they hear you as? And everybody often thinks Kel is Carl. And when you look at the footy tips, it says Carl versus Melb. So it's a sign because Kel, people think it's Carl. So I'm going for Carlton.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
It's
a
a
sign.
sign.
That's logical.
Lock it in, guys.
Thank you. I
love that one.
Never more sure than all of these footy tips because they are.
Lucy's Ridiculous Footy Tips.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Today is International Good Hair Day. Everybody, International Good Hair Day. Something that I used to have a lot of. But I have decided to go out on my own terms, and I do not have hair anymore. Shave my head, have a bit of stubble, but that's about it. So a good hair day for me is stubble, which I don't think qualifies as a good hair day. And I just thought I can learn from this. This will be a teaching moment for Kel because I haven't had hair for quite some time. And even as a guy, here's a controversial hot take. I don't think guys necessarily think about good hair days or bad hair days all that much. But I feel like, I mean, I know the younger gentlemen do. If you're in your early 20s and you're up and about and you're like, gee, I'd like a girlfriend, maybe you put some product in your hair.
Right.
Back in the 90s, what was it? It was mousse.
Gel.
Remember mousse and gel?
Yeah.
Are they all still things?
Yeah.
Okay, wax.
Hair wax,
Oh,
hair
my
putty,
goodness.
hair glue. Yeah, there's everything there.
Rock solid. But I think definitely the ladies love a good hair day. I don't know how you come about a good hair day. I don't know if they just happen. Because you do seem to put a lot of work into your hair, and some days are good hair days and some days are bad hair days.
I can tell you what a good hair day is. You wash your hair that first day, good hair day.
The immediate hair after your first wash.
You blow dried it and you go, great hair day.
Great hair.
Second day, you go, it's an okay hair day. Third day, you're like, oh, it's not great.
But
and
again-
then you're on to day 4, which I have today.
You got
which
day 4
is
hair?
bad hair day.
See, I look at that hair and I think that's amazing.
Really?
So you're looking at that
I
hair and you're
pulled
like,
it back
and I put a giant scrunchie in, and I've kind of tried to salvage day 4.
So,
But it's a
not
bad hair day for me.
Is it about? Tell me what.
Yesterday was a great hair day for me. Yeah.
But what defines it? Is it just a feeling? Because obviously it's not visual. Because visually you look fine.
Well, see, I think I look terrible.
It's a feeling.
I think I look terrible.
Why though? There's nothing terrible about your hair.
Okay, well, this is exactly right. When I blow dry, it's a good question. Now I'm thinking about it. When I blow dry my hair and it's out and it's bouncy, I feel like that is good hair. When I've now pulled it back into this, I'm like, this isn't good hair. This is just hair pulled back in a bun. I guess when I have it out and blow dried and it's bouncy, and everyone goes, "Did you come out of the salon?" And I'm like, "No." Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I think that's good hair when it's out and bouncy, but I have obviously it back in a bun. But I will say this: I've never seen Casey's hair pulled back.
Well, I was going to say,
Your hair's always out.
Let's bring producer Casey in, because
Why?
I want to know, growing up as women, is a good hair day like a hairstyle?
No.
So it's not a hairstyle.
No.
No, it's just a feeling.
Yeah.
And
It's
your
when
hair's
everything sits well and your fringe sits perfectly and
Not
everything
oily.
is sitting perfectly.
not oily.
Nope.
Casey
It's
says not
after
oily.
a fresh wash and your first blow dry.
And what does Casey never do?
Pull her hair back.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
maybe
I
I've
think
seen a
is that.
ponytail.
I've put it in a low ponytail before, and for my wedding it was half up, half
Half
down.
up and down, yeah.
Okay.
But I will never put it in a ponytail.
Why,
Okay,
why
well-
would you never do a bun like me now?
Cal knows.
Well, I think I know. Only because sometimes I remember stuff that women say that it's silly.
Yeah.
I think she's got a thing with her ears.
You have
Yeah.
the most beautiful ears on the planet.
Go away.
She's just covered her ears
You
up, everyone.
have
Can
some
I just?
issues,
can
and
I
I'm going to
just-
help you get through them.
Can I just? Don't be like that. Don't pretend that
She's
you
got
don't.
beautiful ears. That's
You've got the cutest nose on record, and you don't have any time for your nose. And I think you got the nicest nose. So don't. All women are messed up.
Yeah, but Casey's ears are perfect.
So
I
is your
won't
nose.
hear anything against your ears.
Listen, I want to.
Crazy
Let's
talk.
focus, girls. Let's focus.
Sorry.
Can I focus on Good Hair Day, International
Yes,
Good Hair Day?
that's right. Yes.
Casey kind of touched on this. Is there a hairstyle, like a go-to hairstyle that guarantees it'll put you in a good mood? Is it the ponytail? I don't see grown-up women doing pigtails. I think that's for primary school, right?
Yeah.
So you're not rocking pigtails to work, are you? No. A braid? I'm
Braids are nice.
fumbling around in the dark here because I don't know what hairstyles are. Like, you've got a little bun on the back of your head right now. Is that a ponytail?
This is a bun.
It's a bun.
You can't
All
say,
right.
is that bun a ponytail?
Well, I don't know, because it starts
I've
off
got-
as a ponytail, but it ends as a bun.
I have. How?
Well, I just think if you've got a scrunchie in your hair, that's a ponytail, isn't it? See, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't, because you're bald.
All right, well, here it is. Is there a go-to hairstyle, ladies, that you guarantee I can get through the day in this hairstyle?
Do you mean across the board for ladies or singularly?
Just for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm having a good hair day, so I'm going to do this.
I can't stress to you that it's just not that simple.
It's just not that simple.
Because I might go, I want to wear my hair down. My favourite hair on me is centre part, curtain bangs,
Excellent.
bouncy hair.
Let's do that.
But
what's your favourite hairstyle on you?
But if I make that, 9 times out of 10 it looks good, then one time it just won't sit right, and you'll be like, great.
Could you go through it?
You've gone to make it look good, and then you just look in the mirror, and eventually you give up and you walk away.
Could you go through it again? What is the hairstyle?
It's centre part, curtain bangs, a few rollers, just a bit of bounce.
I've never heard that hairstyle, but okay.
It's just your hair out really nicely.
What about you, Casey? Have you got several different things that make up a hairstyle?
No, just down.
Just down.
She's but Casey's
Just down.
Casey's not
Just
Lucy.
down. Not up, down.
Now that's a lie, because sometimes you come in with beautiful beach waves in your hair,
What on earth are beach waves? 04? Oh, a plait.
and then she lets it dry and it pumps.
I've
a
been
beach
told
wave.
all dads need to know what a plait is
Yeah.
for primary school. Is that right?
You should mention her how to do hair.
I have no idea.
But your
0428.
daughter has a bob, so there's nothing you can do about that.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, my
0428 899. I'm just a guy. 0428 899. I don't even have hair. 1300 777 899. 0428 899 899. Ladies, a very quick survey says.
Survey says.
What is the hairstyle that you like on you? There, I think I've narrowed it down. A hairstyle that you're rocking and you're like, I can deal with this. And there's a fair chance, there's a 78% chance it probably will turn into a good hair day.
Message here from the lovely Beck. She says, "Morning, the gorgeous duo Lucy and Kel."
That's a good start for Lucy.
Give her a
she
prize.
loves that sort of
Give her
start
a
to
prize.
a text messaging service.
I am.
Give her a prize
Give
just
her
for
a
saying
prize.
hello.
No,
I
she
don't-
said gorgeous, so give her a
Are
prize.
we? Are we being a little bit too
No, come
easy?
on, listen. Beck says, I have curly hair.
Right.
And when I get a blow wave, the second day for her is the best hair day, and my blow wave will last 1 week, as it takes ages for my hair to get oily, but my everyday hair is a classic bun. But
Classic bun.
her ultimate hair is a big bouncy blow wave.
Right.
Yeah, no one does it like your hairdresser.
Okay, ultimate
No
hair is a
one.
big bouncy blow wave, but she reverts to the classic bun,
Yeah.
depending on how oily she is.
Yeah. No bit of dry shampoo, though.
Is it also a classic, if you've got curly hair, you want straight hair? If you've got straight hair, you want curly hair?
I don't think so.
No? You've never wanted curly hair?
No, because
Okay.
I've got a curler, so I like that I can go between them.
Oh, you have had curly hair, though, with the curler.
Well, I do. That's what a mermaid wave is.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not keeping up.
I've got a round
Gotta
barrel.
go to university
I've
or
got an
something.
oval barrel heated curler.
All
I've
right.
got rollers. I've got my mermaid wavers.
Sure.
I've got a blow dry brush.
Yep.
In 3 sizes.
Yep. What's the one you burn yourself with all the time?
Oval barrel heated
Okay.
curler.
You had a serious burn on your forehead once.
Oh yeah, like a 3rd-degree burner. So bad.
It's dangerous getting a good hair day.
Really bad. It blistered. It was so bad. Beauty's pain. Other messages are coming through as well. Jess in Frankston says, I will never move on from a soft beachy wave. She goes, I love it.
Is there a hard beachy wave?
Yeah, there totally would be a hard, crunchy, beachy wave or a soft one, and I get what she's saying. Bet goes, guys, the classic sleek ponytail, high ponytail is my go-to.
That's the Ariana Grande, right?
The Ariana Grande.
That's all she's ever done.
Yeah, Ariana. Yeah. That's my Ariana impersonation, and it's pretty good.
Is the side ponytail a gag or is it real?
It's from the 80s.
And so it was real in the 80s?
It's real in the 80s.
Okay, cool.
But it's not real now.
Right.
Melon Pakenham
Is
loves...
there ever a time for a ponytail just at the front of your hair and so drapes over your forehead?
Something's gone wrong.
Okay, so
Melon Pakenham goes, Lucy and Kel, nothing beats a top knot messy bun for me. It survives kids, school drop-offs and gym.
I have heard you talk about the top knot,
Yeah.
but you hate bumping into things with it.
Well, my pet peeve is when you do a big top knot and then you get in your car and you go bonk. Oh,
Ruins a day.
Casey will never know this because Casey doesn't pull her hair back. But I tell you what, after
her-
a long
her hair, she can do
after
what
a
she
long
likes.
day at work, putting your hair on top of your head is the best. Also, can I just quickly go, because now we're here talking about this. My family has a tradition where we've all had long hair, and my sister, my nieces, my daughter. At night, you get a big scrunchie, you wrap it up into a bun, you put it right on top of your head, really messy because it means your hair doesn't knot overnight, and we call that a bedtime boggy. So your hair on top of your head is a bedtime boggy. I'll say to Shy, oh, do you want a scrunchie so you can have a bedtime boggy? And she'll be like, yeah. And then all my nieces, my sister, if you go, oh, you got a bedtime boggy on. And a bedtime
Great.
boggy is a messy top
Really?
knot. But just
Can I
for
say-
bed, a bedtime boggy.
Can I say I really do appreciate the context, because if you just said the phrase, I would have thought something completely different.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
We have been talking about fuel prices and petrol every day the last few days because everybody's feeling the pinch, and it seems like it's just going from bad to worse. We know fuel prices are rising. We know we're hearing wind of perhaps fuel caps. We don't really quite understand it. I'm a bit stressed by it, so we thought we'd get someone who actually knows what they're talking about. We're joined by an expert, a leading expert from Swinburne University of Technology, Professor Hussein. He specialises in smart cities, fuel, transport trends. He helps governments future forecast. So I thought we should go straight to someone who knows a lot more than we do. Thank you for joining us, Professor.
Thank you.
So, first of all, it is a concerning time. We're all a little bit worried. Should we be worried that it's, well, not worried, but should we be prepared that it could potentially get a little bit worse over the coming weeks?
There is no need to panic. So fuel prices are rising because of the tensions in the Middle East, and not because the supply is collapsing. So in the short term, we might feel the cost pressures, but the supply of oil seems to be stable. And I think this is a good wake-up call. Longer term, the solution is really to reduce our reliance on these imported fuels, by more electrification and more efficient transport and so forth.
Yes.
When fuel prices and unrest overseas become the conversation, I know a lot of us jump straight to YouTube and try to become experts overnight. But yes, I think that's a great place to start. Because a lot of us would see initial reports coming out from the other side of the world, and then all of a sudden petrol prices go straight up automatically. But you're saying it's not so much there's a lack of fuel, it's more that we as a society and the world becomes a little bit unsure about the future and things start to get a little bit topsy-turvy.
Exactly, and I think we have some examples from from Victoria and from Australia. Apparently, over the past few weeks, the demand for oil and for petrol and diesel, rose by 300 to 400%. So you can imagine a petrol station. They would get their supply to last a week, for example,
Right.
and then it would disappear in 2 days, and people would go and find there is no petrol. So the demand has risen. There is some panic buying in the system. And as you mentioned, it's just that people, are worried about, what happens in the future. Do I need to, fill my car every day? And do I need even to, have reserves in my house? Which is, I think, this actually makes things worse rather than make them better.
It's like, it's the COVID toilet paper situation all over again, but at a much different level and maybe a little bit more of a dramatic level. So I love that your angle is don't panic. What are practical ways people can respond then at the moment as we kind of wait to see what's going to happen over the next week or so?
Buy only what you need for your vehicle,
Yeah.
and then for people who are in the market to buy a new car, look at electric vehicles instead. I know recently the car dealers in Australia have witnessed a sharp increase in demand for electric vehicles, so that's good. There are other simple things, as drivers and as households we can do. For example, driving more smoothly, avoiding sharp accelerations and sharp decelerations, reducing our speeds when we are traveling, trip planning. So instead of doing 3 separate trips to the shops to buy A, B, and C, just a little bit of planning to do it all together. And then travel choices. So catching public transport and trams, for example, is very good because they're all electric and they don't rely on petrol. Work patterns, if we all can work a few days from home, that can actually also reduce the amount of fuel we spend.
Because of your expertise and because of the amount of information you're processing each and every day when it comes to this, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Not a prediction, but more of just your idea of where we might be headed into the future as a country. Because moments like this, we start to realize what we have a lot of, what we don't have a lot of, where our resources is at, where we get our resources from. Do you think the future leans more towards more reliance on processing our own fuel? Do you think we lean more towards electric cars? Where do you think the future is headed?
Exactly. So at the moment, we import roughly 80 to 90% of the liquid fuel we use. And as we see today, that reliance has these implications. And really, the one of the best options is to wean ourselves of that. And China has done this very successfully. It was intentional and planned over years. And in Australia, I think the best option is to electrify. I know at the moment we burn coal to produce electricity, but increasingly we are having more renewables. When you think about it, electricity becomes cheaper to generate. It is within our control. We don't need to import it. And importantly, it's better for the environment. So whether it is electrifying our industries, electrifying our transport, we're doing well with public transport like trains and trams, but we're not doing well with buses. Buses are still diesel in the majority. We're seeing increasingly electric buses. We're seeing increasingly electric vehicles. We started from behind, compared to other nations, but I think this is the direction we should be traveling in. I know some people are saying, how about we increase the production of our own oil? But I think this is actually going against the decarbonization trend. Electrification, I think, would be the best option for us.
Yeah, I love that. Just before we let you go, we know we've heard the last few days the talk about maybe a $40 fuel cap. Do you think that's a reality? Do you think that looks like it could happen? Would it be good if it did happen?
I think when we start to hear that the government is looking at the Liquid Fuel Emergency Act, then probably we would be thinking, this is a concern now. But we're not there yet. Okay. The ships are still coming. The government is putting contingency plans in place. Yesterday, they reduced the standards for the diesel we import, which means we can import lower quality diesel for a short period of time, which means, again, getting more fuel from the US and other places. So we're not there yet.
You know what? I don't know about everybody else, but I feel better after talking with you. I feel like calmer, not as panicky. You're very wise, and I feel like if you're saying it's going to be okay, and I know you can't promise it, but I do feel so much better. So I'm so glad we had you on. Thank you so much, Professor Hussein Dia from Swinburne University of Technology. Thank you for your time this morning, and depending on what happens over the next couple of weeks, we might have to get you back depending on where this heads. But thank you for your time and for your positivity this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Lucy was nowhere to be found this morning, just before the show started.
Yep.
And then there was a cryptic text message that came through saying I'm stuck.
I'm trapped. I'm trapped in the garage at home.
Yes. Well, that information came later. So she's stuck, and we're like, we're stuck in what? Stuck in her clothes? Stuck in bed? Stuck in an existential crisis?
Yeah, that.
None of those were true. Where were you stuck?
In the garage.
And why?
Because the garage door would not open.
The garage door would not
and
open.
I don't know how to. I will manually open it. I don't actually know how to.
It's not too simple. We have.
Thank you. I thought you were going to go, "No, it's too
You have
hard."
to explain what we've got. We've got a roller door.
Electric roller door. All I know is I've got a button on my key ring and I press it and the door goes up. So when that didn't work and I couldn't get out this morning, I texted you guys sitting in the car, and Casey's suggestion was to just drive through the door. She goes, "Babe, just drive through it." I'm like, "That's not helpful. I
That's
can't
what the
get
young
out."
kids are into these days. Just push harder.
Yeah.
Until
She's
the
like, "Drive
car
through the
goes-
door, babe."
Until the car goes through the garage door. There's two ways you could get around it that I've discovered, and I'm not suggesting that this is an easy thing to do, but there is a release cable.
Oh, yeah, well.
It does look scary. It's all red, and I know you're not quite sure what's going to happen.
not
It's
strong
a bit like
enough.
pulling the cord on a parachute.
I'm not tall enough. I can't reach it.
Yeah, so
I'd
the
have to go
problem,
get a
though-
ladder. and
well,
oh, my goodness. I'd
That's
just
the
rather
thing.
not go to work.
That's step one. So the problem is you pull the release cord and then it releases the mechanism, but then you have to grab the garage door yourself and roll it up, and that's no fun either.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Not in those nails.
What are these? None of these stilettos.
The second option you had is you grab a broom and there's a button on the box.
Oh, I can't do that. What
But
button?
you've got to position the broomstick handle in the right spot. First of all, you can't read the writing on the box because it's too high up. You pick the right button, hit that with the broom, but it's not automatic. So you've got to hold the broom on the button for the door to go.
No. I'll just call in sick.
So
I'll
what did
just
you do?
call in sick.
Did you feel like you were trapped in the garage and that you weren't going to be able to get out?
No, because I could.
Because our garage opens up onto the back deck. So
Yeah.
you'd have the back deck and the garage.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
could live.
Yeah, I
You
could
could survive.
live. Yeah. Well, no, I thought, what could I do if worse comes to worse? I did think I would call Casey and ask Casey to drive out to pick me up.
Casey to drive all the way out to our place.
Not far.
And then what does she do?
Then bring me back here. At least I can do two quarters
right.
of the show.
That's better than I thought. I thought you said
I've had
bring
producers
Casey.
do that before.
I thought you meant bring Casey to work out how to work the garage door.
No, she come pick me up. And then I thought, bar that, I could catch an Uber into work.
So just staying home didn't cross your mind?
Well, but so I went and I dug through, I went back inside, turned
Yeah.
on the lights, dogs barked again, dug through old bowls of keys to find an old remote, and I found a few of them, and I took them all outside and I pressed them all, and none worked, and then I was like, ugh, and then I got to the last one and I pressed that one and that worked.
Oh, congratulations.
So
Women can do anything.
that's why I was late to work.
You could be Prime Minister.
Thank you.
Is it the only time you've been stuck? No.
No.
You've been stuck before. You've been really stuck before.
Really, I was stuck in a toilet on a barge in the middle of the ocean.
I'd love you to just leave it there.
Yeah. And that's the story. She's still there.
People, make up your own scenario. How on earth did Lucy get stuck in a toilet on a barge in the middle of the ocean?
And the embarrassing thing is they had to stop the barge. They went and got the captain. Because I was 8. and
Captain
I'm
of the barge?
There's like a hysterical girl in a toilet and the door was floor to ceiling so you couldn't climb out under. And they stopped the barge in the middle of the ocean. And then the captain...
Every time you say the story, by the way, and you talk about the captain, I always think the captain's got a big white beard and a pipe.
It wasn't the Titanic.
Okay.
You numpty.
So captain comes down.
Captain comes down.
Small girl stuck in the toilet.
They've stopped the boat. All the staff are there. I'm hysterical, screaming under the door. And this is the most embarrassing part. They stop the boat. The captain walks all the way down from the top of the boat to the bottom of the bows.
From the bridge?
Yeah, from the bridge.
All the way down
He
to the
puts out
bows.
his pipe and he comes out, and as he walks towards the door, I give it one final try and it flings open and the captain's just standing there. And I remember thinking, oh, this isn't good. I've wasted this man's time. And then the worst part was my whole family went out onto the deck later to have photos, and my face is red and puffy and my knees are covered in dirt because I was on the floor screaming under like a millimetre gap for help. And this photo just kind of encapsulates my trauma, these dirty knees, this red face, and everyone in my family smiling and laughing because they all thought it was great fun. What a great story. How hilarious for Lucy to get the captain.
What a great day.
What a sweet treat. What a sweet delight. And that's the other time I was stuck. So I'm claustrophobic as well, by the way.
Because of that?
I think so. I think so. And my brother and sister used to lock me under the stairs a lot. And so I think that I've got trauma from that.
I've been married to you for how long? 3 years?
We used to have this little door under the stairs.
You were forcibly, against your will, trapped under the
funny.
Harry Potter style?
Well, we had it under the stairs and I turned it into a cubby house. Mum let me pull it all out, make it in a cubby, but sometimes my sister and brother would hold the door shut so I couldn't get out.
Is Rebecca listening today?
I don't know. Hi, sis. She'll go, it wasn't me. It was your brother.
How long did they leave you trapped under the stairs
Oh,
for?
look, it wasn't long.
Couple of hours?
Just a few days. No, it wasn't long. But because I was a anxious child, even 5 minutes would make me a bit stressed. So
Cool.
yeah, I've been locked in there and locked on the barge.
What a wonderful childhood.
Sarah in Glen Waverley says, Lucy, I got locked in a public toilet at Chadstone and I had to crawl under the door to get out and it was gross.
Oh, that is...
Because the floors of public toilets
Oh, that's a...
are the cesspool of humanity and you would have had to go
That's
and...
the ultimate decision. Do you crawl under the door to get out? Oh, my goodness.
There's no other way to get out.
I think I'd wait a while.
I'd kick the door in because I'm not touching
think that's possible.
I'm not putting my body on that floor.
You're not putting your body on the line and crawling across a public toilet floor?
No, I'm burning it to the ground. Priya says, yes, I got trapped in an elevator for 40 minutes with a stranger.
Elevators are weird.
The worst.
I've been trapped in 2, and I think it depends on the people in the elevator. I escaped from the first elevator by opening the doors with another guy, based on the fact that there was a couple of members in the small, tiny metal box with us who are very upset indeed about being trapped in an elevator. So I thought, well, this isn't going to go well if
You
they keep
can't
panicking.
get mad.
No. They were freaking out.
Oh, okay.
So we said, hey, I'm pretty sure we can get out of this. But then we opened up the elevator doors and we were between floors. So the big chunky floor bit was where we were standing. So you do have to then go, can I slide out of here without being chopped in half?
Yeah.
It's not something I recommend doing,
No,
but we all
did it.
survived.
We did it once, that slide out, and that was the scariest moment of my life.
That's always a leap of faith.
I think I went first
But
and you were second. I can't remember. It was
and
terrifying.
I know, no harm, no shade. Some people just do not like being trapped in an elevator.
No one likes it.
No, I know, but some people just go straight to 120.
Oh, Panic City,
Yeah.
Tim in Blackburn said, Lucy and Kel, I got locked in my office building after working back late. Security had done the rounds and I had to call the after-hours number to be let out.
Locked inside the building.
That's some good security.
That is some very good security.
Just have fun. Sleep there. Film a video. Go
Do some
viral.
photocopying.
Photocopy your face off. Do fun. Eat everyone's food in the fridge.
Is there fun at work, though? Is it? It's not. Obviously, you're doing your work.
Would you
during
have a
the day.
sleepover at work here? Should we have a sleepover? Should we all have a sleepover?
I don't know if that's as exciting as you think it is, because it's work. You're here all the time.
Yeah, it's not
But
fun,
now you've
is
got a
it?
sleeping bag.
Emma says, I got locked in a change room at Kmart once.
There you go, Casey. Not alone.
Yeah, not alone. Laura has texted in, guys, my toddler locked me on the balcony once and couldn't figure out how to open the door for me, so I had to FaceTime my husband at work.
Yeah, I've had a story where my 3-year-old eldest son, at the time, he's 20 now, but he was 3 and he locked us out of the house and then waved at us and walked off. And we're like, have we left the iron on? Oh, my goodness, what do we do?
Ben in Box Hill has got a text here. Morning, guys. I got stuck in a stairwell at a car park because the door only opened from one side. I ended up walking 10 flights before I found an exit.
Good exercise.
Yes.
Emma in Brunswick, who joins us this morning. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very good.
Good, Emma.
Where were you trapped, Emma?
A friend and I were travelling Europe and we're in Rome and we're in like this little apartment complex where we were staying in our Airbnb. And there was a tiny little elevator. It was kind of see-through, the size of a toilet cubicle, a bit dodgy, and we got stuck in that. And it was hot. It was like Melbourne weather, about 40 degrees.
Oh, no.
And my friend started freaking out a bit and we're kind of like, help, help. And because they were all Italian, no English, they were like, huh?
They just thought you were noisy tourists.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they eventually got the juice and a fire truck had to come and rescue us.
Italian firefighters turned up to rescue you from a tiny
That's
elevator.
a story.
Can I say,
Good day.
did it start going up or down, or did it just break straight away? I mean, was there a bit of a
Kinda
bump?
just broke.
How long were you in there for?
Say about 45 minutes at least.
Yeah, but 45 minutes stuck in an elevator feels like 45 years. Well done, Emma. I'm glad you're out.
Yeah.
And you got a story.
That's right.
And I hope your friend's all right.
And I hope when the doors opened, there was a fireman there and he went, "It's me, it's a Mario."
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another very successful podcast, well podcasted, Luce.
Thank you.
Well podcasted, Casey.
Thank you, Cal.
And I was also involved in bits and pieces. As we make our way to the end of this podcast, thank you for your continued support of the podcast and all the downloading that you do. We'll be back for a Big Friday podcast tomorrow. That's another 5 podcasts in a row, everybody. We should be very proud of ourselves, considering how we operate normally. And on that bombshell, it's time to say fare thee well. Have a great rest of whatever time of the day it is for you right now. And until we meet again,
It's a sign.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit of the show.
And bit.